Welcome back to the Radiant Yearly Blog series. Once again, I was at Arizona for Battle at the Border Dos in 2024. Since this was the second time around, it wasn't as scary as going the first time. Before my flight, I ended up seeing a Cybertruck, which is as ugly as people say it is. I also ended up going to a Wendy's at an airport to finally try out the Pineapple Frosty. I was going to try it out sooner, but due to the hurricanes, most places were either closed or had limited supplies. It was just alright. It was a vanilla frosty with some pineapple syrup. Once done with that, I went through TSA and took my flight. I didn't have any earbuds on like I did last year, and I had a middle seat too. This was a near 5-hour flight, and it was quite miserable. Though I was able to read some manga, one of them being You and I Are Polar Opposites, which is a really cute manga series, and Sunshine Sketch, another cute series. I came in quite late, around 7 p.m. in Arizona, but thankfully Closing was fine with picking me up and hosting me throughout the weekend. Feels like I've been here before. I almost fell down. And after waiting a few minutes at the airport, he finally picked me up. Because it was so late, we ordered some wings for takeout from the best place to get wings in Arizona, according to Closen. It's called Jits Bar and Grill, and it was completely filled when we got there. Closen said that they don't even allow DoorDash on the weekends because of how long the wait times can get. I'm not the biggest wings guy, so they usually taste kinda samey, but man oh man, these really were the best wings I've ever had, hands down. There was a lot of meat on the bone, and the seasoning was wonderful. I really loved the slight crunch it had. The fries that came with were also pretty good. After that, he attempted to set up a queen size mat, but it had a hole in it, so I ended up using a smaller twin size one, which was fine by me, since that's what I sleep on when I'm at home anyways, minus the air mattress part. After waking up and petting the doggos, we drove over to Camelback Mountain to have some fun with sightseeing. This land is where rich people build or buy their third or fourth homes. Some of these houses have been under construction for over a decade and they're still being worked on, since they have to flatten the land, which can take years on its own.
That's downtown. Yes.
It's a very nice view.
And that's the council house you saw.
One thing that I noticed pretty quick was the temperature differences from last year. The first 3 days were like 60 in the morning and around 50s at night, if not high 40s. Last year I brought a jacket with me, and I felt like I didn't even need it, so I didn't bring it this time, which made me upset because of how cold it was for the first few days. I also didn't bring any long pants except for some pajamas, because I didn't think I would need any. Once done with some sightseeing, we went down to a place called Taco Seguro, a hole-in-the-wall taco place that he highly recommended. I thought it was decent, I wasn't too impressed overall. Closen wasn't feeling well, so we ended up driving home quickly so we could eat some food and he can lie down. After about an hour, making sure he was okay, we decided to go get some groceries. I saw so many different food items and flavors that I'd never seen in Florida, and after spending some more time with the doggos, we decided to go to In-N-Out for dinner. Since I've never really been to one, there was still like a 15-minute wait line to the drive-thru, which amazes me even now. I got a double burger with the animal style fries. They didn't really spread out the onions a whole lot, so there's too many times where I had more onions than fries. The shake was absolutely top tier, and the burgers were above average. It was like a 7.5 out of 10 in experience. I soon after had an IPA for the first time, and this face should tell you how I felt about it. After a good night's sleep, I decided to wake up to some Rancheritos. We have obtained Rancheritos. Never heard this in my life. I know that logo though. And we're gonna try it. Gamers. It's very weird taste or smell. That's what it looks like. It's like a really wide burrito. Yeah, not bad. It is just a burrito. It's like a 7 out of 10. After that, I played some Harvest Moon 64 before we left to get some medicine for Closen. During the drive, I also ended up getting this green tea Monster Rehab and its ultimate cheddar Doritos flavor. Both were alright, with the Monster not having that strong of a taste in general, and the Doritos tasting like nacho cheese, but just extra cheese, which I guess makes sense. After that, we drove back and we waited for Reefy Beefy to arrive, as he was renting a car. After this, we drove around to a place called The Mission, but the dinner items didn't show up for another hour, so we decided to instead just drive to the mall nearby. I'm not too much of a mall kind of guy, since I'm not really into clothes and stuff, and they didn't really have too many shops that interested me, outside of this one shop which sold some Japanese stuff, which I was tempted to buy something, but decided not to. Despite never watching Sailor Moon, I really wanted that small figure. After this, we went home to have some dinner, but not after giving Merlot some attention.
Nice, made the right turn. I always follow him on DoorDash and I always just watch him. It's like, I order ice cream, sometimes I'm like, oh great, now my ice cream's gonna be melted because you're gonna have to go all the way around.
I had a gyro, which I thought was decent, and the fries were nice too. More people were starting to pile in, with Krogan and Spoots coming in, and they started playing Smash Bros. I played a little bit before I ended up getting some Insomnia cookies, which Closen recommended to me personally, and these were absolutely amazing. I highly recommend checking it out. After a night of Smash Bros, I woke up with a fan favorite Hash Kitchen. I got some eggs, grilled potato, onion chives, and a Bieta taco with some cheese. Of course it was amazing, and I had it with a side of very thick bacon. After that, we had an afternoon of Smash, and went to go pick up Queso, Huntsman, and MTW from the airport. For some reason, despite being very full, I ended up going back to Cane's to get a sandwich with some fries, and I finally tried the sweet tea which was recommended to me last year by Brian, which was amazing. It was not diabetes in a cup kind of sweet. We also went to Barnes & Nobles so I can pick up some manga. I got volumes 2 and 3 of You and I Are Polar Opposites. I bought the first book on a whim because there was a buy one get one 50% off, and I thought the cover looked good enough. I love the first one so much that I wanted to get the other 2 parts for the plane ride home. After that, we set up our game equipment, a stream setup, and so on. In the morning, we went to another fan favorite place of the channel, Bean Chain Coffee. I ended up getting a London Smog, which is what Arkman got last year, with 1 shot of espresso, along with a sandwich. Gamers. And I got a London Fog. I'm not really much of a coffee drinker, so I don't know if my opinion really holds up to anything. And I also got a like spinach bruschetta croissant, but this coffee, haven't tried it yet. Give it a try. It's not bad, honestly. I don't really like coffee, but that's not bad. I got half and half milk, and it has like 1 shot of espresso in it. It's like slightly sweet, slightly black, but it's not bad actually. And I'll try the. It also came with some chips, but it's bird. That's what it looks like. It's a little cold, but that's okay. Let's give it a try. It's like spinach, bruschetta, another type of meat, maybe ham or turkey, and honey in the bottom. Maybe it's not honey, I'm not sure. It's like, it looks like honey, kind of tastes like honey, but maybe it's not. But this is pretty good. After that, people were playing some games and getting ready to go back to Closen's place. But I had different plans. Because the games were going to start at 5, and it was mostly remix for the night, kind of decided just to go do my own thing. I haven't really had a whole lot of opportunities to do a live. I think I'm trying to get more of this, but at least the next few days. I have a lot of footage and pictures, so hopefully it's fine. Anyways, I just ordered a Waymo. It's coming in like 13 minutes or so. Never used one, but I've seen a few. Yeah, I'm at an Airbnb with a bunch of people just here for the day until this boat comes in later. Pretty excited, honestly. It's about the same price as an Uber. My friend Closen said it might be even less than an Uber in some day or some situation, something like that. I paid $14.11, I think, for the Waymo. Yeah, hopefully it should be a pretty comfy ride. I don't know where to sit, dude. I feel like the front, the driver's seat is the best one, but like with self-drive, like bro, I'm fucking scared. I guess we just press this button.
Hello, from Waymo. Passenger Suite. To speak to a rider support agent at any
This thing is like,
in the rare case of an emergency.
I don't know how to feel.
seatbelt. Finally, relax, and thank you for riding with us.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so fucking scared. I'm more scared being in here than I am on like Iron Gwazi. here on Waymo. Just want to talk about a few things now that I guess I can. I really wanted to get more live video footage in, but haven't had the opportunity. But most people left for closings again. They're helping him do setups. Tournament starts today for 12CB and Remix. I'm not in it either. I might come in for commentary depending on how long that lasts. But it's a 5 and it's not even, it's like it's 120. So like I have plenty of time. It's just we're gonna go to Barnes and Nobles and then gonna check out a arcade spot called the Electric Bat Arcade, I believe. It's pretty close by to the venue, which is still Endgame Bar, thankfully. So I was originally not going to be. I don't know where like a good like spot to hold this is. Like, I don't want it too close. I don't want it too far either. I don't know. It's good enough. I don't have anything to hold it with really. It's kind of annoying. Wasn't participating in Smash at all. I was no plans to do that. But then a lot of people started dropping out, like 4 or 5 people within like 2 days. It was pretty bad. And so kind of last minute I was like, look, closing, I'll just join, like whatever. I sold my controller months ago, so I'm literally just bumming off controllers from other people. And people have been very nice about that, don't get it twisted. Very nice people about it, but it's just like, yeah. And also, there's a person named Tara, a great gal. She joined it for doubles, but she didn't have a partner. It's like last minute, you know, Cloten's like, I might have to kick her out because she knows no one to do it with. And I was like, damn, that sucks, right? Because this was before I even signed up for the tournament, so I was just like, oh, it sucks. You know, she's a really good player though. In Remix, I don't know how well she does in Vanilla. I've only ever played her with Remix, and she's good. But like 10 minutes later, Cloten just goes, all right, Rady, you're gonna be doubles partner with Tara. I wasn't even asked. I was just told that you will. And I was just like, I mean, I'm not. He didn't make me pay for it. Like he just put me in, coach. So okay. So I talked to her for a little bit. She's fine with it. She doesn't. She said she just joined just because it was like she's at the venue, kind of just like a may as well thing. It wasn't really. She just joined for fun, and yeah. So I guess I'm playing Smash. I've been practicing a little bit, and some of the stuff is coming back to me. Not everything. Johnny without an H. Don't forget that part. He's actually from Florida, moved around a bunch, and he's gonna be competing. First time I'm gonna meet him in person. The goal is just to get one. If I get 1-2, that's better than what I did last time. So that's all I care about. Can I go 1-2? But tonight I'm gonna be going around Mesa. I think it's Mesa. Black Mesa. Going around there. Going to Barnes and Nobles. I need some books for the flight because I didn't bring enough. But I brought a big bag. Like, space is not a problem for me. I have plenty of space. It's just I need something to do. I was looking at Hashem Pocha again. Probably gonna go there. I told Santi I was gonna go tonight. Probably take him. Spo's coming tonight. I'm gonna be at a hotel with that dude. Shout out to my boy Spo. So we're going in this Waymo. I love it though. I really do love it. Once at Barnes & Nobles again, I saw a Lupin manga collection, but I didn't end up getting it. But I did buy a few more books that I wanted to get for a while, before I ended up realizing that I was actually at a mall. Okay. Here we are. We just got out. I'm an indecisive motherfucker. I will just keep staring at the same like 3 things like, man, which one do I want? Which one do I want? I'm so bad. So we're looking around for the shopping mall for a little bit just to see what's around. I'm still pretty full right now for the sandwich that I had earlier with the coffee. Since people might be interested, I got Secret Valley Twins, the series. Now you might be wondering, why is a 24-year-old dude buying books for young teens? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's just what I enjoy. There's a few ice cream shops apparently, so I will probably buy one. We'll walk around and then I'm gonna head over to the arcade. I ended up just buying a simple ice cream sandwich. I wasn't ready trying to get anything too big. It's normally you want to like leave it outside for a little bit so that kind of breaks down. But it's chill. I just wanted just like something real quick to eat. I walked around for a bit as I looked around the place. The issue is actually I was like, how many books should I buy? Because like I could have bought like I was thinking about buying like 5 books, 6 books. I'm like, dude, I already bought 2 yesterday. Like I can't keep buying books. Like, it's not even an issue about space. It's literally just like I don't need this many books. So I bought a handful. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I just the kind of things I like. I guess I cannot describe anything more than that. Like I read a few more, I guess, adult novels before. I've seen adult shows, not that kind. But it's like, I appreciate them. I like them. There's nothing wrong with them. With more serious, more, maybe more violent shit. That's fine. I don't care. It's just, I don't know. I want to see the funny hijinks or some shit. I don't know. I just do. There's even Buster's here, actually. Never really been in one. I also learned from a local friend that there's actually like a cat bar that's nearby, and I will probably check that out tonight, honestly. That sounds really cool. Never been to one. I decided to try out this pizza place that claimed to have jumbo-sized pizza, and yeah, it sure was. I got a potato and bacon slice of pizza, which is quite a weird thing to try out, along with some garlic knot and cheese bread. The pizza itself was pretty good, and the sides were decent enough. After walking around for a little bit longer, I ended up going to the Electric Bat Arcade. My battery's kind of low, so I'm not going to talk too much, but yeah. Gonna go into the Electric Bat Arcade. Yeah. Apparently it's connected to a bar? Yukon something? It's like the Yukon Tap Lab. Don't know too much. Yeah, tap room. Not much of an alcoholic. But, I'm here for the games mostly. But, yeah. Let's play some games. The arcade is an arcade, a bar and grill, on a separate bar. Pretty weird. Most of the arcades were pinball games, and they do host weekly tournaments if you are interested. I'm pretty bad at pinball, but what I was more interested in were the rhythm games they had, because where I live, arcades that have rhythm games are not very easy to come by, and it's going to be about an hour drive to get there, which is not really worth the experience. I ended up playing a lot of poppin' music along with Groove Coaster, though I did try every game at least once. I like Waka, but without gloves, the game is kind of hell on your fingers, and I just plain suck at Sound Vortex. Juby is decent, but I have a hard time seeing where to press next due to the arms/hands being in the way kind of naturally as you're playing, and I had the same problems with Crossbeat. I was actually pretty worried as my battery life was almost dead from all the recording that I was doing. And when I was ready to leave, I only had like 8% battery life left to order the Uber, which is quite the unfun experience. Once getting there, I charged my phone and I began doing my commentary for Remix with Reefy. This lasted a few hours before me and Spo decided to go to Hashin Pocha. My dumbass forgot to take more pics, but we shared these dumplings along with some Yangneom chicken and the pork mozzarella to share between us. After that, we watched some Rick and Morty for the memes and went to sleep. You gotta get Swifty. In the morning, we decided to get our steps in as we got some Chipotle, which I haven't had for a long time now, and it was decent. We mostly went because we saw an ad for the steak brisket that they were starting to sell. We walked around a fair bit talking about some books, Gundam, and Legos before we eventually walked back to the venue to get some friendlies in, along with me doing more comms. At this point, I only now just remember that I had to do teams, so we got some very last second practice in before we started playing. Me and Tara ended up going like 1-4, booting us out, which was fine since neither of us expected to do well. I did comms for a team all the way to grand finals, which was cool, and not too long after, I had singles going. Because so many people dropped out, there was way too many good players in my pool, and it was just kind of impossible. I mean, look at this. How am I supposed to do anything in a pool looking like this? It was kind of miserable, to be honest. I suppose that I was happy to at least get 1-1 in there, along with being told that my link is good by a few other players. Once dropping out of pools, I decided just to walk around for a bit. I ended up getting some more coffee from Bean Chain before they closed, getting a second London Smog with 2 shots of espresso with almond milk, which I thought was a little bit better than before. I just ended up looking at different stores. I found this whack cucumber seltzer with this 1 calorie in it. After walking around for a a few hours, I came back to the venue to chill out and rest up for a bit, along with watching some of the games. I was starting to get a bit hungry, so I left to go across the street to a buffet place. It was alright for the $20 price point, but it had too many seafood options instead of regular meat options, which was kind of annoying. Once back at the venue, I watched an ogre battle speedrun, which is a really sick thing to watch. It's a lot of RNG manips and class changes to reach the boss faster. If you've never seen one, I highly recommend it. I did a bit of drawing before having my eyes glued to the screen for grand finals, where it was Josh Brody and Crovey playing. My friend Crovey won, which made me very happy. Spo was a bit drunk at this point, and he already ate, so he went home first while I helped close in with cleanup along with a few other players. After that, I turned in for the night. Since I don't have too much battery left, games just ended. My boy Crovey won. I didn't do well in pools. Got one game win actually, so I guess that's better than I did last year. Kind of, in a sense, reinforced my thoughts of me playing competitively. I just don't think it's for me. I don't think I have a lot of fun playing competitive, but the vibes were so good. Spo was gonna go back to Closins since he was closer to the airport, so after asking him nicely to bring my bags with him to Closins, we did an elbow and I wished him safe travels. I decided to take another Waymo back to the Electric Bat arcade, since I wasn't really feeling the Smash Bros, and I wanted to play more Poppin'. While the car was pulling out of the main road, a driver behind me honked the horn, which was rather funny. I guess we can talk some more now that I actually have battery. During the last video that I recorded, my battery actually died. I was like, oh, it's about 5%, I'll stop recording. I turn off recording and I see shutting down. I'm here until tomorrow, so for me, I kind of was just like, the arcade is really good. It's really good. So I'm just gonna go back to the arcade and I'm gonna play for a few hours, go back to close-ins, and then we'll I don't know, we'll see what happens then. Definitely gonna eat something. I actually haven't eaten breakfast yet. We woke up, we like just missed breakfast. We woke up around 10 and it ended up closing at 9:30, so that's pretty annoying. Kind of just affirmed what I said. It was just like, I don't really like competitive Smash, or I don't know about competitive games, but I definitely don't like competitive Smash, and I just, kind of had the same feelings that I had last year, and that was the reason why I wasn't gonna compete this year, because I was just like, no, like, it wasn't for me, but that's whatever. Sad I never got to saw Johnny. He just DQ'd. Don't know what happened to him. Didn't ask. It's fine. It's always next time. So that's about it. Just gonna do some more arcade stuff. Maybe I'll buy some nearby food. There's a handful of places that like we're driving by. Probably just walk to real quick. If I'm really feeling it. There's like taco places. There's a lot of taco places that I should probably try out. They had tacos before, but it wasn't that good, so I'll try again. Jamming out for a few hours, some more Poppin' and Groove Coaster. After a few hours of fun, I decided to try out Jack in the Box, which is a place that I never tried before. Currently walking, we just left Electric Bat, walking the street. This is a fully automated, I guess on a timer really, crossroad, or crosswalk. Let me get out of the way. Yeah, no buttons. It's either on a timer or it's like sensors or something. It's pretty cool. But a lot of fun. Played more Poppin'. Might go back. Closing's place is about 30 minutes. No, like 25 minutes away from where I am. And so, if I leave to go there, like I'm not probably gonna come back, right? Like, realistically speaking, I'm probably not gonna come back. And so in that sense, it's like, should I stay? Because I still have a $10 bill that I could use for more tokens. So that's a lot more games, right? I just don't want to stay too late because the Ubers or Waymo is going to go into like start going to the $20, $30 ranges. And at that point, it's like, shoot me, right? Like, I'm not paying that much. This is probably the best arcade that I've been to in terms of like, wait lines have basically been non-existent, right? Like, when I went to Largo, had a bunch of wait lines, play like a few games, and I don't know, different vibes, I guess. Since this one's like a bar, music venue, pinball machines, and yeah. But we're going up to Jack in the Box. Don't ask why I want Jack in the Box. I don't know. I've never actually had it. Yeah, that's the main reason why. I never had it. It's not near where I live. We're gonna try it out. And then I'll decide if I'm gonna stay or if I'm just gonna go back home. I can go whenever, right? Like Lozan's not like you got a curfew at 10 o'clock or some shit, right? Like it's all chill. I don't want to pay too much on Uber fares, but at the same time, if I leave, I probably won't come back. So then I'm gonna be sad. I'm having so much fun playing Groove Coaster, Poppin', Waka, the washing machine game. I don't know, having a lot of fun with it. And I'm the kind of person that I don't like cash. Like I would much rather just like give all my cash away, especially change, instead of just, instead of having my card. I don't know. I'm a big fan of person who's just carrying cash around, but we'll see. Jack in the Box, never had it. This was $4, by the way. What the fuck is going on here? This was $4? What the fuck? Anyways, Jack in the Box time. Let's go. I decided to buy a few of everything to try out. Games. I have a pain with Jack in the Box. This was $25. I'm so used to living in a state that doesn't have two forms of taxes. So whack being here. But if I get a burger, some onion rings, and some tacos. And also got a shake. It's pretty good. It's all thick, but it's fine. The shake was amazing, but the tacos were just awful. It tasted more like meat paste more than anything else. The onion rings were okay, but the burger was amazing. It's fast food, but I honestly enjoyed it more than In-N-Out, which is apparently sacrilegious. After that, I ended up walking back to the arcade, and after a bit of talking with Brian, he ended up driving over here, and I spent a few more hours playing games with him. He's only ever really played DDR before, so his mind was kind of blown about different rhythm games, like 9-key Poppin' or 6-key and Knobs with Sound Vortex, both of which he really liked.
Oh shit!
That's in green.
Oh, it's already panic mode.
No, relax. After spending the evening playing some more games and chatting it up, he dropped me off to Closen's, and we said our goodbyes. After that, I mostly just vibed out, playing some more Smash with the boys, and went to sleep once more. Most people were gone at this point, but Beef ended up staying a few more days, and after he brought up thinking about going to the arcade, I highly recommended it to him, which made him pretty excited to check it out. I had some quick Chinese takeout for lunch. It was some simple fried rice with beef, but it was honestly really good. It was a great quick meal before leaving the state. I also decided to bite the bullet and upgrade to a seat slot, because I haven't really been to a window seat and just felt like it. The flight was on a Boeing Max, a somewhat updated Boeing experience. It was a lot nicer inside, light blues and whites, along with the seats just being a little bit more comfortable, along with having some charging ports. It's certainly not the best experience or anything, but it was just a little bit more enjoyable. On the ride back, I finished reading the next volumes for You and I Are Polar Opposites, which were both really great. I just love the writing and the art. Whoever is responsible for translating has done an amazing job. I also ended up reading the first book in Sweet Valley Twins series. It was decent enough, and I did enjoy the art style a lot. Bunch Landing is a simple ride back home. The humidity was killing me the second I went back outside. I was missing the cooler weather pretty quickly. The jet lag was also kicking my ass. I spent all of the next day just laying in bed, too tired to do anything. Even the day after, I struggled to get up to go to work because of the jet lag. But I had a great time, even if I wasn't able to do everything that I wanted to do for one reason or another. Being able to meet up with my friends again was such a great feeling, along with meeting new people. I was surprised Shears even remembered who I was after not seeing him for like 2 years, and finally being able to see Kroby for the first time was amazing. Though I was sad to not see Johnny, there was always next time. I'm not sure if I'll return next year or if I'll stay for less days next time, but I only have good things to say about being there for the week-long vacation. And with that, I thank you for watching the vlog, and I hope I got to see everybody while I was there.